everybody and welcome to another video. Today I thought I would try these Viviva Coloursheets. I received these a little while ago actually in a scroller box and I just never tried them. So they are watercolors, comes with a cute little these colors belong to thing here, but it says here these color sheets look different than their actual color on the paper as the pigment is super saturated. So it is watercolor, but it is on these sheets of card, and you can see here how there's like a bit of a ripple in the watercolor where they've like laid it down. So it's kind of cute. It's got a little section for you to swatch underneath all the colors, and then all of the tabs along the sides correspond to the colors which are on that tab. So it's kind of awesome. I'm really excited. Particularly excited about these colors. This is a Prussian blue apparently, and this is a violet. These are obviously the super saturated versions, and so I think it's going to be really interesting to see what it's like. So let's get to swatching. Actually, before we get to swatching, it is really warm today, and just from handling the colors, actually some of the pigment has transferred over onto my fingertips. So if I get them wet, you can kind of see that that's just quite how saturated they are. It's just transferred straight onto my fingers, but that's okay. I'm gonna try it and see how this goes. Anyways, I've got number 4 Milan Round, I think it is, to swatch these. I'm trying to use different paintbrushes than what I usually do just to see what they're like. Okay, let's go in with this, shall we? I think I'm just going to swatch, pick up a tiny bit of pigment from the corner there. Wow, that's really pigmented. There we go, so that's the crimson. I'm going to try and pull out the colors as well just so that we can see how they look when they're pulled out. So just trying to not add too much water. This is the perfectionist in me that wants to make like the box totally filled in, but wow, that's kind of cool. Right, let's get on with swatching the rest of it then, shall we? Okay, so I've just swatched this deep pink, and it is a different tone to the crimson, but they both are so similar, so I probably would just use one or the other. It's just so similar when you look at it. I also didn't pull it out enough, but it's fine. But yeah, really similar colors, which considering that I think this is 20, so no, 16 colors. Considering that it's 16 colors, I would have expected it to be very different, just to be able to have that so that you can mix and stuff like that. Oh, I did forget to say there is I don't know where it's gone now, but before I opened this, when I opened this ages ago, there was like a little piece of card that you could stick to the side so that you could have like a little, it was like that, so that you could have like a little mixing palette on the side. I thought that was really cute, especially if you're taking these as travel watercolors on the go, but I put the card down somewhere and I don't know where it is, and I didn't look for it before filming, so that's entirely my fault. But we're gonna just press on. Oh, I don't know if they're dry enough. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. This is either gonna be really good or it's gonna end really badly. I need to try and make sure that I stop putting my fingers in the swatches as well. Okay, so here are all of the colors swatched out. Really nice selection of rainbow colors here, which I quite like, although I do think that a lot of the colors are quite similar, like the burnt umber and the burnt sienna. The light green and the sap green are fine, but again, that crimson and deep pink, really similar to each other. This really confuses me, this color change. I know that watercolors are super saturated when you get them in a pan, but like this purple to blue and this green to violet just like boggles my mind. But other than that, really nice set of watercolors. I think we're going to do a little illustration now, and I'm going to do a wet and wet, which I'm not the best at, but these seem to spread really nicely, and I've got an idea in my head of how to use them, so let's give it a go. So I decided to use a wet and wet watercolor method for this, and like I said, I'm not the best at wet and wet watercolors. I'm not the best at watercolors at all, actually. This is something I really wanted to work on this year, so I thought this would be a really good experiment, and I really loved all the colors in this, and I really wanted to do something a little bit more fun and maybe a little bit different from my usual work. As it is Shark Week this week, I decided to paint one of my favorite sharks, the whale shark, from a top-down perspective. I thought this would just be really fun and cute to do with like a rainbow wet and wet effect. I think it worked out really nicely. I really enjoyed the process of this, although because it was such a hot day when I decided to paint this, the paint did, the water on the paper did start drying up really quickly. So you can see when I do the final fin in the yellow that it doesn't have quite the same effect as the rest of the piece, just because I hadn't realized how fast the water had absorbed into that section and to the paper. Other than that, I was really happy with this. I then went in with my white Posca pen and just went in crazy with all the dots on the top. I thought that would be really fun, and then outlined it with my Faber-Castell Polychromos colored pencil in the color Dark Indigo. I'm trying to steer away from lining in black because I feel like it makes my pieces look very harsh, whereas the Dark Indigo just gives it that really nice crisp outline, but without it being too hard. And here is the final result. I'm really happy with this. I think the Viviva watercolors are really fun, really great. I would definitely take these with me on holiday if I was going to be painting whilst I was on holiday. You get such a great vibrancy from all the colors, and it's just a really nice little set to use. So yeah, definitely would recommend these. I think they're super fun. Let me know if you've ever tried these Viviva watercolors. I would love to know what your thoughts are on them and what your thoughts are on the final piece that we made. Thank you so much for watching this video, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure that you give this video a like. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm just to be seen. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care!